So the last couple of practices we've been moving with energy, and this morning we're just going to have a very calming practice. So we'll go into a little meditation. I'll read a Kali card from the Kali Oracle, and then we'll do a couple rounds of the breath. So I'll just explain what it is now. So it's the humming bee breath, Brahmari pranayama, and essentially it's blocking off the senses. Of course, we leave the nose to breathe, but we envision that all of our senses are blocked off, and then we're humming like a bee for as long as and steady as we can. And if you've ever done any kind of sensory deprivation, like the tanks that they have and just blocking the senses, even covering the ears and having a mask, it can be so powerful to just bring your awareness inward. And actually, when I was young, before, of course, I ever knew about this type of breath work, in my household, when there was fighting or things that made me uncomfortable, I would close my ears and buzz. So that just came naturally to me, and it would calm my whole nervous system. So that's what it's doing. Anytime we're too busy in our minds, anytime we feel our awareness, we desire it to go more internal than external, we can do this practice. So I have long nails now, so I can't show it exactly the best, but we're closing the ears with the thumbs. So just gently closing them, and you can feel when they're, not too hard. And then with the index, we're going on either side. So if you don't have long nails, they're touching here at the third eye point. And then, of course, when we close our eyes again, we're focusing on the third eye point. And then the middle fingers are coming on the bridges of the nose and gently over the eyes. So not too hard. You shouldn't be seeing like visuals because you're pressing hard. Just a gentle, letting your mind and your body know that your senses are being covered. And then your ring finger comes down and it's on either side of the nostrils in the gesture of closing the nostrils, but of course we're breathing through them. So that's all it is. And then we take a deep inhale in, and then we buzz like a bee. So for as long as you can. And that buzzing really brings your awareness inward. And this is great to do before bed too. If you have too much on your mind and you just need to calm the nervous system, it's very, very helpful. So we'll go into the meditation and a reading, and then we'll just go into the breath. Does anyone have questions on this one? Okay, I think it's a pretty simple breath, but it is really powerful, and it's just such a calming practice. Okay, my loves. Thank you for those who have made it to day 6 with me. There's only a few of us left. Every day, like a few shed off, and that's okay. Everyone's on their own journey here. But I appreciate your presence here. So sitting up tall and gently closing the eyes. We'll take a few deep breaths together. And deep inhale into the womb, or the energetic womb space. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing all tension, dropping into the space together. 2 more times, deep controlled inhale. Exhale, releasing any thoughts, heaviness from your day. Dropping into the body, dropping into the present moment. Just giving yourself a little thank you for showing up for this practice for yourself today. You could be doing anything else in the world, and you've chosen to be here and to prioritize yourself, your health, your wellness. So just giving yourself a little thank you. And today's card is Devi Ma Kali. And we honor the energy of Kali as our own, who has guided us through this week. Some very powerful messages for us. So Devi Ma Kali, endlessly loving, infinitely forgiving. She will never turn away from you. No matter what you've done, no matter how many mistakes you've made, she's here for you always. Feel the safety and sanctuary of her divine hugs. She's your soft place to fall and your kindest and most enthusiastic advocate. Let her shift from experience away from endless tasks and ever greater expectations into sweet relief and comforting connection. There are times when we just need our mother. This is natural and necessary. However, for whatever reason, we may not be able to turn to the mother figure in our lives in our times of need. There is no need to feel deprived during such moments, for we have a divine mother who wants to help and has the endless resourcefulness to do so. The problem of receiving grace is never with the source of it. By its nature, grace flows with generosity, so needing to earn or deserve it goes against the very nature of grace itself. However, we can struggle to be open to it and have a subconscious resistance to receiving. Intellectually, we may know that we are worthy of being helped, and even that others will also benefit when we're flourishing, so that grace brings multiple benefits to all. Yet, we can still be more attached to the difficulty than the resolution. Why is that? We cannot underestimate the influence of belief systems created in response to childhood trauma and the impact these unchecked beliefs can have in our adult lives. The beauty is that Kali will not only help us identify where we have our blocks, she'll also help liberate the soul by providing us with a choice. We can allow her to consume those past traumas, relieving the soul of karmic burdens. Devi Ma Kali's grace is not about encouraging psychological regression or giving up the necessary learning and responsibility to grow. It is a recognition that there are times when even a mature adult just needs to be loved, held, and appreciated, cherished, and adored, not for the sake of boosting ego, but for replenishing the heart that wants to give and give and give. It's about withdrawing from the distractions and the battles for a time, not to escape from what you need to do, but to have the energy and clarity of mind to approach your life journey effectively. Regression is avoidance, whereas reconnecting with the childlike relationship to the divine replenishes the inner reserves so one can continue, change approach, and gain supportive allies so that success can unfold more graciously and swiftly. This particular form of Kali is without the association of battles and war with which she is more commonly connected. Instead, she is in the form of the Divine Mother, holding your being in her arms in a quiet and peaceful nursery of the soul, rocking you back and forth with a gently sweet lullaby upon her lips. The Hindu scriptures teach that when Shiva drank the poison that threatened to consume and destroy the world, he became sick with the pain of it, and so transformed himself into a baby, feeding at Ma Kali's breast. Her milk soothed the poison, taking away the pain. If you've been taking on energies from others, perhaps unintentionally or even intentionally, in an attempt to alleviate their suffering, then the message is that Kali is providing you with relief and healing now. When you have so much going on that it all feels like too much, permit yourself to seek her out and be comfortable, held, and reassured. It is natural for a child to need and reach for its mother. You are deserving of comfort. Allow yourself to experience it without reservation. Placing a hand over the heart space. Supreme Mother of the universe, I am in your hands. My body, mind, and soul seek refuge in you, and are now fed by your nectar, which alleviates poisons and brings strength, wisdom, and peace. I settle into your presence. You and I are bonded in divine love, a bond which can never be broken. May your comfort arise in my heart now, reaching through all dimensions for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Jai Ma Kali. I'm just leaving the eyes closed, taking in those words, and witnessing and reflecting on for a moment what it feels to be held by the Divine Mother. I often lay against the earth and I allow her to hold me in this way, to feel Shakti as the earth, supporting, loving, nurturing, abundant, motherly energy in physical form. Now visualizing Kali, who has been present with us this whole month, especially this week. Envisioning her in front of you, her presence here now. Whatever form she appears, perhaps it's her fierce form, bloody, going to war, slaying the demons of the ego, of the fears. Perhaps it's in a motherly, divine form. Perhaps it's blue Tara, coming with compassion for all beings. Whichever form she appears, just witnessing, allowing yourself to open to her energy. The personification of Kali is naked, wild, fierce, with skulls as a belt, a human head in her hand, a sword in the other. Allowing you to now feel this energy within you. Allow it to consume your being. If you can't feel it, dig deeper. Activate this Kali within you. She exists. Maybe you've already connected to her before. Maybe it's brand new to you. This energy, however it shows up for you specifically, is perfect. Maybe it's a black energy or a dark blue like her skin. And just breathing it in now. We call upon Kali when we need to really come into our power, to remember our power, to see the vision or the path ahead with more clarity. When it's time to make radical change and transformation in our lives, when a release is required. And through that transition, she guides us and helps us to release our fears, to release obstacles, to do the thing that scares us the most, because that's what's required for our highest growth, our highest alignment. She reminds us of how powerful we truly are. Feel that energy within now. Where does your power sit within your being? Where do you feel it now, being activated by this remembrance? And bringing awareness to the breath. Inhale, cleansing, new energy, creation. Exhale, the old, all that's ready to be released. Inhale, cleansing, envisioning that breath moving into your mind, your head, your brain, cleansing your thoughts, cleansing your mind. Deep, controlled inhale into the mind. And exhale, releasing, letting it go. As that inhale, cleanse your mind. Envision your mind or your head like an empty jar. Each inhale cleanses it more. It's completely empty. allowing healing with each inhale, clearing, cleansing, and exhale, releasing. Your mind is more calm. Your body is more calm. Your spirit is relaxed. And we'll begin a couple of rounds of our humming bee breath. And if you can't hear me, as you close your ears, we'll do 10 breaths together. So if you'd like to count them, you can, just so you're not watching me and trying to figure out where we are. So again, you're placing your thumb, both thumbs over the ears. Pointing finger is at the third eye point on either side. Middle fingers gently covering the eyes. The ring is at the bridge of the nostrils. Closing the mouth, applying pressure, taking a deep, controlled inhale, and buzzing as long as you can. And we'll do 10 breaths. Should be near your last breath. When you're done, just placing the hands down, leaving the eyes closed, just witnessing for a moment, taking a deep breath all the way into the hips, cleansing breath, exhale out of the mouth. And we'll complete one more round of this breath. And if this is your first time, it may feel awkward or silly. I'm just inviting you to lean into those feelings and to set the intention to be out of your mind. That's the intention with this breath. The buzzing is cleansing the mind, allowing our full presence within our being to be present with the buzzing, with the sound, envisioning it cleansing. Not worrying about if you're doing it right, just allowing it to come naturally. So again, placing thumbs over the ears, fingers above and around the nose. And really allowing yourself to be present for this round, to release thoughts of the day, to cleanse your mind, body, and spirit. And we'll begin. Finishing your last breath, leaving the eyes closed. Just witnessing how you're feeling in this moment. Maybe your body feels more calm. Maybe your awareness feels more internal. And of course, you can do more rounds by yourself if you'd like. And this breath reminds me of scuba diving because I love, love, love being under the ocean, deep water, advanced diving, because the deeper I go, the more present I am. And it's similar. I can't hear anything down there. I can see, but I feel so away from the world. And to me, this breath brings me back there. Whenever there's external stresses, overwhelm, busy thoughts, we can come back to this internal calmness, like deep waters, silence, no thoughts, cleansing our thoughts. Maybe we have some thoughts, but allowing them to be cleansed and to release, and full presence. There's nectar in our presence. So much to be found. Pleasure, calmness, groundedness, when we release all distractions and come back to our center. So I hope you feel a little bit more calm after that practice, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you have any questions or anything, you can ask me in our group. Tomorrow's our last day. I've really enjoyed connecting, taking this journey with you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Sat Nam.